The news is running pretty dry, just like the bottom of Steve Clarke's whiskey glass after that 3-0 defeat against Greece in Hampden. We're sitting here now, clawing, looking desperately for some way that we can qualify for the World Cup. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Yes, Euro Nations didn't go our way. Nations League, Euros. Clarke's had his chance in name. He's failed. He's not delivered. He's yet to deliver in qualifying for a World Cup, but could this be it? It's pretty much his last chance. He did say he will be here for the World Cup as long as he doesn't get sacked, and it looks like he's not going to be here after the World Cup. But the big question is, can he go in a high? And can he do something that no Scotland manager has done in a very long time and take us to a World Cup for the first time since '98?
Well, let's hope he can, guys. '98 was a long time ago. No World Cup in my lifetime. That was in yours back in the '90s, but this is the 2020s, alright? And you know what? I think looking at... we're in pot 3. I'm looking at teams in pot 2, right? And I'm actually disgusted at how far we're behind. Teams like Wales are 16 places above us, right? And see when they had, like, Bale, right, at his peak, and they had also Aaron Ramsey, I can almost accept being behind Wales. I don't want to mention Aaron Ramsey's name again, but there we go, we mentioned it. See now, right, I think we've got a superior team to Wales. I do not see any reason why we are 16 places behind them, and there's a lot of other teams. You know what, I'm sick of this. You've done it. Defending Steve Clarke really shouldn't. It's never been easier to qualify for these tournaments, right? Because let's be honest, see if you don't.
Yo, see if we had a world-class player for every time you said right since this video began, we'd have about 25 world-class players. I just wanted to point that out there.
See if it was that easy. I'd say right about 10 more times here.
No, you've said it plenty. I don't think you need to say it again. But continue on. I'm just pointing that out.
Point is, I think Steve Clarke has massively underachieved as Scotland manager.
Are you and Clarke playing undercover drinking games every time you say right? He used to take a drink or something.
I'll say left. No, I'm telling you, I think big Steve Clarke has jobbed the nation out countless times now.
Yeah, I'm looking at this team that he had, and we could talk about how good it was. And I think that we did have a midfield that we probably have not had in a very long time. But
the best midfield,
best midfield in generations, probably decades at least. Decades is fair, 100%. You can say decades.
I would say
maybe not generations, but decades.
I would say the best midfield since well into the '90s at least.
Yeah, because look,
that's before my time.
Yeah, we had a good midfield, maybe in the 2000s when you had, you had Ferguson and Fletcher, but you had it was like one or two or maybe three.
We're talking about 5 or 6.
Yeah, we've got like 5 or 6 good players that you could change up and you're not really losing in terms of quality. And those players are either retiring like Callum McGregor, or they're just getting old and they're exiting their prime. So we can talk about how Steve Clarke has done what no Scotland manager has done in decades and qualify Scotland for a tournament, and he did do that on 2 occasions. He deserves respect for that. However, you do have to take into consideration that with the expansion of the Euros, 24 teams, the qualification format, we know that it's no lot. I'm not going to say it's not difficult, right? But it's a lot easier than it used to be. And look at 2016. That proved it. You had Northern Ireland, Wales, and England all qualifying. We were the only home nation that didn't. To me, that showed that qualifying for the Euros now is something that you probably should be doing. Or at least if you're at Scotland's level, I think at best you've got, or at worst even, you've got a 50-50 chance of doing. I look at the Euros now and I'm thinking more often than not, I actually do think it would be slightly harder not to qualify for the Euros with the team that we have and the path that you have. Now maybe when you do well, you can be a victim of your own success and you move up the groups in the Nations League, and therefore if you don't qualify through the qualification system, it's going to make it a lot difficult to qualify in the Nations League because you're up against tougher teams. But let's say when we're not doing good and you're in Group C, sometimes you only need to beat, let's be honest, a couple of really mediocre teams to sneak through the back door. And I'm not saying we beat mediocre teams that time we qualified, but we did sneak through on penalties twice.
I would say it's massively beneficial, by the way, if you're in that like League C, D playoff relegation, just to fucking chuck the game.
Well, I mean, you look at it now, and you're guaranteed at least one team in the Euros from each group, and so that means you're getting a Group D team.
Here, I like it. I like the fact that a team that's Diddy can get in.
Let's say we'd not been at a Euros. Let's say we were garbage. You could make a case. You'd be like, right, you know what? It's not a big deal if we go into Group D because then we've got a really good chance of qualifying. Yeah. And to me, that's backwards. That you're almost see if you're a half decent team, you're almost getting rewarded for going through a shite period. Where if you go through like 3 or 4 really bad years, you're going to go down in the Nations League, and therefore it's going to make it easier for you to qualify. I don't like that. To me, you getting worse as a team should not make it easier to qualify for tournaments. That's it's like giving everybody a medal. Oh, you participated. Here's your participation trophy. I think it's great that some teams that have never qualified before are getting there, but I'd prefer them to get there on merit and not basically a hand-me-down. Oh, here's a spot at the table. Do you know? It's like you're having a.
Do you not think it would be good?
It's like a bunch. It's like the elites or something dining, and they bring in a homeless guy to have a seat at the end of the table.
What about the new Champions League format? What about we put that for Europe? How many nations? 53, 52? How about a 53 team league and like the top 24 qualify?
Nah, I don't.
So it's a bit
that.
More fair.
Yeah,
no?
How's that fair? I don't think that really. You see, when you're not playing the same teams in the group home and away, it's not fair. The Champions League proved it's not fair.
Oh, the new format's better. Man.
No, it's not.
It is. I'll defend.
You can say it's better, but it's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, it's legitimately not fair.
Who cares if it's fair?
You just said a minute ago, let's make it fairer, and now you're saying who cares if it's fair?
No. If you get the luck of the green, it could be fairer for a shite team compared to a better team.
Listen, there's no luck of the green San Marino can get. They ain't qualifying.
Yeah, but I think there's ways to fix it, man. And you look at the Champions League this year. There was a lot of fight.
Come on. Groups are fairer. You're in a group. You play. Everyone in that group plays the same teams home and away. That's the fair way to do it. And then whoever wins that group, I mean, there's no, but we had to go and play this team, or we had to travel to that country, which is very difficult away game. There's none of that.
Yeah, but San Marino will have a lot more chance beating 2 pot 5 teams than they'll be being the bottom team in a 5-team group, taking on pot 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4, home and away. You know what I mean?
It's not fair.
Right, well, sometimes life's no fair, but we'll get to Scotland a bit later on. Let's kick off with Group A. We've got Germany, Slovakia, Northern Ireland, and Luxembourg. So, obviously, number 1 spot.
Well, here, if life was fair, Scotland would be winning World Cups. We would have like 300,000 subscribers, and I wouldn't be looking for a new job with us. So, I mean,
what's more likely at the 3? Well, you getting a new job, isn't it?
Unfortunately, yes. That's
right. I think Germany will win this group, and then I think Northern Ireland got a really good chance here. I think Luxembourg got a decent outside chance. They're a decent team. They're not San Marino level. Put it that way.
No, I've got a couple of decent players. I think that Northern Ireland should probably be looking to try and compete for second.
They kick off away in Luxembourg, I believe that. So they kick off away in Luxembourg, and then they take on Germany. Up next.
Look, it's a difficult group, I think, for Northern Ireland, but they can get second. They should be competing for second.
No, they should be. Absolutely, and I think that's what they've got.
But here, Luxembourg will probably think they've got an outside shot at second as well.
Yeah, but again, this is like, here, if we finish second, give me any of those 3 in the playoff, put it that way. Right, moving into Group B, we've got Switzerland, Sweden, Slovenia, and Kosovo. Again, Switzerland are the favourites, but I feel like any team could win that. Kosovo are alright.
Yeah, that could be a tight group, but it's hard to predict. It could finish pretty much any order, and I do think Kosovo will finish last, but I think they'll take points off the 3 teams beginning with S.
It's better having groups like this, in my opinion, where there's no clear team that's absolute shite like a San Marino. Like Kosovo, as you say, can take points. I mean, a San Marino are in this group, they're taking hee-haw.
Right, well, I'm sure there will be a couple of poor groups coming up, so I wouldn't count your chickens just yet.
Speaking of poor groups...
Talking a team taking hee-haw.
You know what?
Scotland.
I'll be honest, we're fucked. No, we're not getting at that group. We're not getting second. People can say that's sour grapes with me, right? Under Clarke, we've no chance. The guy's fuck. See, no, let's be honest.
Stephen Mill thinks we've got a chance. He thinks
he's a retard.
Ewan Cameron thinks we've no chance.
Yeah, I think we've no chance. For once, I agree with Ewan Cameron. No, Steve Clarke will not get us out this group. You know what? See, on paper, this is an easily winnable group if we step up to task, but we're not going to do it. Belarus might be 6 points, but see Greece. See, for across 180 minutes, we were shite, apart from 45.
Tell you what, Steve Clarke's mouth went very dry the last 7 minutes.
Did?
He said the magic word.
Right.
Drink up, Stevie boy.
Left. Right. Right.
I'm not going to be negative and say I would take second right now if he offered me it, but
I would.
We'll see. We need a good start, and I believe we start away in Denmark.
We are awful at Hampden, right? He picks the wrong players. Belarus are no mugs. There's a real possibility where we don't beat Belarus in Belarus.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, we'll see what happens in the first game. You can see Denmark scudding us.
We kick off away
in Denmark, is it not?
Yeah, and away in Denmark and away in Belarus.
You know, but
if you're picking up 1 point out of 6, man. Sayonara, my friends.
Yeah, but let's just say, for argument's sake, we pull off one of Steve Clarke's best results. Let's say we do get a win against Denmark, we follow up with a win against Belarus.
I mean, I'm happy, man. It's Denmark and not Portugal, but Denmark are good.
Like, we've had some good results under Steve Clarke, and I think we'll need a couple more good results if we're going to get out of this group.
Honestly, see, for a World Cup group, couldn't really ask for much easier. I don't think so, especially being like the pot 3 team in it.
I think that we need 4 points after our opening 2 games.
Yeah. And if those 4 points is a win against Denmark, a draw against Belarus, I won't be happy though. It needs to be 6 points. But, yeah. I mean, honestly, there's a real possibility we've picked up 1, right? 3 is the absolute bare minimum, right? If you do not pick up 3, you may as well pack up and go home. I think we'll finish 3rd. I think we'll pick up like 7 points or something.
How many points do you think they'll need to win that?
12, 13. Anything double digits, I think will be enough. But Denmark will win it for me. And Greece have proved that over 2 legs, they're much better than us.
If we can win our 2... So our last game is at Hampden against Denmark. I would like us to get to that game with it in our own hands. I know I might be asking a bit much.
Yeah.
But I would like if we could get to that game, even if we're going into that Denmark game where we're maybe trailing them by 2 points, but we know that if we can get the win, then we go through. But for me, we will need to win our other 2 games.
Put it this way, right? See when we play Greece twice and say there's no improvement, he's got to fucking go. I mean, he's got to go anyway, in my opinion. But if we turn up against Greece, right, and big Steve Clarke doesn't step up to task and get the job done, or massively... I mean, losing 3-0 at home to Greece is disgusting, man. That is unacceptable.
Also, last thing, before we move on, what's your thoughts on this new World Cup campaign happening over such a short period? In the past, we've seen World Cup qualifiers kind of stretch over a year.
I think it's kind of good, because...
We're basically going from the beginning of September to the end of November. So we're talking... Not even the end. We're talking about 2.5 months.
See, this is why the smaller group
format... 10 weeks.
The smaller group format's better. It does this, and then it means the playoffs can be done in the March games.
Yeah, but previously we'd seen qualification campaigns take over a year.
Yeah, but here, I welcome this. Quick and painful, or painless, sorry. You'll know after a couple of months whether you're...
Because you know what?
We'll know after match day 1.
Do you remember previously, though, it's like you had a bad result and sometimes you had to wait 4 months to play the next game? Right. Yeah, talking about bad results, that was pretty bad there, but... No, but do you remember that?
One of you,
I think that was fucking awful.
I know.
At least with these World Cup campaigns, it's like... you know, you're waiting like a few weeks, then you're getting straight back into it.
Yeah, I mean,
Look, Clarke, you owe us a result. What I will say is, we've already proved that we can beat Greece away. Why can't we do it again?
yeah, but we were lucky. We beat them. That's correct. But
Well, hopefully,
if justice was served, I think Greece would have beat us.
let's just hope that we get a few more injured players back. Let's just hope that.
Well, for him not to play them.
Let's hope Steve Clarke can make adjustments in the squad selection, or at least the starting 11 selection. And let's get behind. Look, he's not going anywhere, so let's get behind.
Do you think do you think Grant Hanley and Kenny McLean will be in the World Cup squad if we make it?
Aye.
That's fucking tragic, man. Anyway, let's move on. Right, Group D.
Well, hold on. I can't imagine he's going to stick with him the entire way. Then he gets to his last tournament. He's like, you know, you guys that have bum licked for the last 6 years, fuck off. I mean, I just don't see that.
Right, we get France, Ukraine, Iceland, Azerbaijan. Again, another
Who?
Azerbaijan. What? Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
No, where's Bert? It's Azerbaijan.
Alright, okay.
Well, you said go ahead then.
Azerbaijan.
It's Azerbaijan. There's no Bur in it. It's by Azerbaijan. Where are you getting Bur from, you Mongo?
Azerbaijan.
It's Azerbaijan.
Right, well, we'll see.
Wait,
Guys,
where's the Bur? There's no Bur in it. Anyway,
Azerbaijan.
the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Alright, well, guys, let us know who made a better
Fuck it.
attempt at it in the comments,
We're
man.
both Mongos. Right, should have shopped at Iceland.
I think Steve Clarke could say that. After a couple of halves.
I don't know. What's got the best whiskey? That's my brother. Anyway, where would you rather be? Down aisle 5 in Iceland or the front lines in Ukraine? Gets pretty feisty and people are fighting over the frozen sausage rolls, I tell you. Don't know if Putin's down there though.
I don't know, Ukraine's a pretty corrupt country. Iceland's are pretty decent when it comes to
Paris
prices.
is a shite hole and I don't really know too much about Azerbaijan.
Iceland's pretty generous when it comes to their prices, like, so.
Right, anyway, we'll move on. We've got Spain.
I didn't get a prediction.
Fuck it, France will win it. Spain, Turkey, Georgia, and Bulgaria. Again, a group that Spain will win, but then the other three are like, alright.
Did Georgia not beat Turkey in the... No, they weren't in their group. Did Georgia no beat somebody decent? And they beat Croatia?
They beat Spain, did they know?
Did they?
Beat them. No, fuck sure Spain won.
No, in the Euros?
No, Georgia did beat Spain. They beat them in the last game, did they not? In the group.
Nah.
They beat somebody
I
good
think
though.
Spain. Italy?
Was it Georgia? Portugal?
Italy.
I don't know who it was. Georgia, alright. They've got
Was it no- was it-
Canintijalios or something.
Was it no Italy? I think it was Italy or Croatia.
I can't remember.
Well, that was... I'm telling you, that was the group. It was Spain, Italy, France, Croatia. No, sorry. Spain, Italy, Croatia, Georgia. So...
I think it was it was Albania. Definitely Albania. I remember watching the game.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who Georgia beat? Maybe they did beat Portugal.
Who knows, right? Well, I'm going Spain. It'll be closely fought between the other three, right? Next group, right? Portugal, Hungary, Republic of Ireland, and Armenia. So, I tell you what, another good opportunity for the Republic here.
You know, I mean, you say that, but I'm not convinced.
They've more chance than us.
Honestly, I'd say there's more chance of Hungary winning this group than Republic or Armenia finishing second.
Well, yeah, I probably agree. Well, did Hungary not lose 6-1 there? They lost 6-1.
Don't know, but remember we talked them up ahead of the Euros saying how we're worried about them. They were fucking pissed, but
Still
good
beat
enough
us.
to beat us. Like,
It's the Steve Clarke way. Up next, we've got Group G. The groups of 5. Finland, Poland, Lithuania, Netherlands, and Malta.
and there's been some games played because there is groups of 5 here, so
Why,
we've
fuck
already
yeah.
seen games
Yeah,
played
but-
here. So
What is the benefit of having a group of 5? You know what I mean?
Yeehaw, there's no benefits. Just
It seems to be that the groups of 5 are the only groups with the top
Shut up.
5 teams in it.
well, obviously that'll be it.
So,
But it's not a benefit or disbenefit because everyone has to play the same team, so it's not
Yeah.
like there is. I don't think there's any real benefit or
I mean,
disadvantage. you know, it's
Poland
just-
only beat Malta 1-0. A bit surprised about that. I mean, Finland have played 2 games and the Netherlands have played fucking 0. Obviously, that'll probably change tonight or whatever. Anyway, Group H.
Finland's games, who they get a 2-2 draw with Lithuania? See, that's not good. I mean, you're looking at it and thinking Finland's on 4 points, but...
Yeah, I know it's a mess. Right, Cyprus, Bosnia, Austria, Romania, and San Marino have got a 33% chance of a World Cup playoff I've seen somewhere. I don't know how much of this is factored into it, but...
And that's, that's rewarding losers. Here, I always want San Marino to do well, but come on.
San Marino are just nothing but a group of failed postmen.
Definitely.
That I know nothing about.
Cyprus, top of the table. We've got Bosnia, third place. You know what, man? This is a group where I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ. It's the kind of group you want right there, isn't it?
Yep. Right.
No, I'm not saying we win it, but I mean, come on, I'd take that.
Don't need to win it. Alright, Norway, Israel, Italy, Estonia, and Moldova.
Expect Italy to go through, but here Norway's got off to a pretty good start.
Well, they're sitting third right now, Italy, but they've played no game.
Yeah, well, I mean, Italy had their Nations League to contend with, so...
Right, Group J, we've got North Macedonia, Wales, Belgium, Kazakhstan, Liechtenstein. It feels like Wales and Belgium get paired every group.
Yeah, I feel like Wales, North Macedonia is a tie that I see a lot too.
That's a shite group, man. If Wales don't finish second, man, you've got to ask serious questions.
Yeah, there's a good chance for Wales to get a playoff.
And Belgium aren't that good right now.
No.
It's great pass. It was a good performance, Nico Raskin.
3-1 win for Kazakhstan. Decent.
Absolutely. Right, moving on then to Group K. England, Latvia, Serbia, Andorra, and Albania. This is just... How many Baltic countries can you fucking stick together in this group?
Yeah, England will win, but I tell you what, I mean, they beat Albania 2-0 hardly. It's not the most convincing result, is it? I mean, it's a win, but I just don't rate England.
Absolutely not. Right, folks, Group L up next. We've got plenty of groups. We've got Montenegro, we've got Czech Republic, we've got Croatia, Faroe Islands, and Gibraltar. So another 5-team group, another Diddy group here, if you ask me. I mean, it's just you said it earlier, it's a straight shootout between the Czech Republic and Croatia.
Yeah, that's how I would feel. I mean, Montenegro previously have been a little bit better, but I just don't think they'll be... I mean, they should be too good to not finish at least third, but I don't really see them competing for the top 2 spots. So yeah, could be a battle between Czech and Croatia for the top spot, and I think that Croatia will probably take it.
Absolutely. And that's where we're going to leave it, guys. That is your group reaction. There is no football news, so we did put a bit more effort into looking at these groups, but for Scotland, it's doom and gloom, man. Honestly, Clarke's got to go, but he won't, you're right, and see that 75% chance he's walking?
Here, when are Russia getting back in?
It's fucking good thing they're not, though. There's another team that's better than us.
Yeah.
Hey, coefficient-wise and national team-wise.
They've been hampered, though. They've been fucked. Let's say when they
national team-wise, they haven't been in a sense, but coefficient-wise, absolutely.
Yeah, but they're going to have to start right back at the bottom. They're going to get the tougher groups, tougher seedings. So I mean, they kind of have.
No, it's a joke about that, right? Not to get into the Ukraine-Russia war or whatever, but it's like, why is every Russian being vilified due to that?
Yeah,
it's a joke. And it's the same across the board.
I mean, if that was the case, USA should never have been able to compete in a World Cup, should they?
I know, with the amount of wars they were in, so they dropped the ball there big time. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. We'll be back. Till then, peace.